On my journey at CA, I learned to admit that I was wrong. I never chose CA, my parents chose CA. They were sure this was the right place for me, and freshman year I spent the whole time saying this was not right. And sophomore year rolled around and I had a choice to leave or to stay. And I thought about it for a while and I chose to stay. I'm so glad that I did. Even the people who don't want to participate, who try their very hardest to not be part of the school, there are people here who want you to be part of it, who will try to the very ends of everything they have to make you part of this environment. I've gotten something here that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else. I've gotten something here that I'm proud of.
It will be difficult, and your perseverance will be tested, but make the most of the journey, and you won't regret it.
On my CA journey, I've learned how important it is to build relationships with my teachers. They've given me the confidence to pursue what I'm really passionate about. I think CA is good at building your confidence because they ensure that every student, no matter if they fail or if they succeed, that it's really about the experience and what you learned. It's just really a unique experience to be able to grow up around people who really care about you and who want you to succeed.
On my journey at CA, I learned how important a sense of community is. CA, it's very small, it's very tight-knit, it's very easy to form really strong relationships with everyone around you. With community comes comfort, and so when you're in a community that you're comfortable in, then you can really thrive in that community. The CA really teaches kids how to lead. CA gives kids the tools to really do anything that they want to do.
On my journey at CA, I learned how important it is to have open and inclusive conversations with those who you see in your community, your teachers, your classmates. I think CA would define inclusivity as being open to anybody. Being willing to listen, being willing to hear someone out, and also knowing that you might not agree with that person, but that doesn't invalidate them or invalidate you in any way.
On my journey at CA, I learned what it is to love to learn, what it is to have intellectual curiosity, to challenge yourself, to dig deep into your brain and figure out what's in there, and how the grade doesn't really matter. It's about the process of getting to know yourself through learning and getting to know each other. So I think I've just learned the value of education as a whole.
On my journey at CA, I came to learn that variety is good. Variety is helpful in finding yourself and figuring out who you are and what you want to be and what you want to do. I think before CA, I kind of shied away from things that I wasn't necessarily good at, but I think here taught me to push through that and try to pursue things that I'm not the best at and try to work towards being better, whether that's academically or in a sport or in an activity outside of school.
On my journey to CA, I've learned how to deal with being a minority. In 3rd grade, on Cinco de Mayo, I remember a lady came in to speak about the culture, the Mexican culture, but she didn't speak English, so they asked me to translate in front of the entire 3rd grade. Afterwards, more kids found out that I spoke Spanish, and they all thought it was pretty cool, I guess, and that just gave me a lot of confidence to hear them say, like, wow, it's so cool, you can speak 2 different languages. This is the place that I do feel that helped me grow up to be the person that I am today.
On my journey at CA, I learned that people have a lot more in common than you would think. My mom grew up on welfare, my dad grew up in a house with 8 other siblings, and so for me to go almost as far away from that as possible, they thought I'd be ostracized and made fun of because of what I wore or how I talked. And it wasn't until I started talking to people, my friends and teachers about it, that I understood no one is trying to ostracize anyone. The only person that judged me was me. I'm definitely gonna leave here a different person. I learned to love people.